Kings. We're here at Gaylord Park, well outside of Chicago, Illinois. Matty Marshall here with Rich Telford. We're into the D2 X-Ball final match. It's about to go down. It's going to be a single deck, true X-Ball match here as these two teams. D2 right below semi-pro, so it goes D2 then semi-pro. And the semi-pro finals is going to be Blast Camp and Austin Notorious, who made it through.
Should be fun.
Here at the, this is an important event. Sets the stage right before World Cup, and jumping into this first point here as we throw.
Struggle snake on the break, Matt.
Yeah, struggle snake off the break. That is a bold move because it's been tough to make it to that snake off the break, but rolling the dice. 4-on-4. As East Coast Effect, they are going to be on the blue side and then struggle on the red side.
Okay. East Coast, it's got two players over here, one snake insert, one snake can. So one in the drill can, one drill one.
Rich, East Coast Effect coached by Brad McCurley.
Oh yeah.
Who came back out of retirement to win the second event down in Texas with Damage. Went back into retirement to help coach this team. So
very cool. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good works about this program.
Yeah. And they
can't
battled
much
through
better coach-wise than Brad, right?
Absolutely. Get into snake one here to try to mirror up the move for number 3 from Struggle here. Number 3 from Struggle on your screen. Also, Brad told me, he's like, if you need a name for if we make it to the finals, Dan Fallon. He's like, our D-side guy is insane.
Nice.
So
the one over there?
I'm not sure, first time seeing the squad, but
I mean, does he usually play the one or the two?
I think
honestly,
he plays the one.
Like the ones have always been my favorite.
Look at this though, battle going down on the snake side as Struggle gets dunked on by East Coast Effect. So, yeah, playing the aggressor out here, East Coast Effect. Nice job. This is a crucial kill here.
This first win, as we say before, winning this first.
There goes the body away.
Crucial kill there by the Struggle player, and the can now fills that snake. Big fill all the way from the corner into snake 2. He ran shot there. He does have a guy in front of him, snake insert. He does get a kill in the inside of the field. So only 2 players live, I believe, for East Coast here. Dorito 1. Oh, but Struggle player, the snake 50 trades his body away. Looks like, penalty though on East Coast. So it looks like that last player is going to be pulled, and the Struggle is going to win this first point, Matt.
Yeah, nice work for Struggle. And I would love to give them their credit, but I don't think their names could get any smaller on their backs. Looking how small the font is. Can you read that from over there?
I couldn't read it if it was on the table in front of me.
Can you read the number that's on his back?
Let me see if I can see his back. Where is he on the field? Is it the big guy with the stripes? Is that what you're talking about?
No, that's a ref.
Oh.
That's a ref.
The big blue guy?
They all have 3 on their back. I like the jerseys, but boys, I'm just going to keep telling everyone during these divisional matches until people listen. With your jerseys, when you look at the graphic and think that looks really cool, imagine what it looks like from 60 feet away, okay? Then reassess, or 100 feet away.
200 feet away.
Can we read the name on your back, or can we not? And then they all have the same number. I just want to give you guys your credit, and that's probably going to be impossible out here, is everyone's number 3. Those jerseys are pretty sweet, though.
And if Matt can't learn your name, I'm never learning your name.
In the pits right now, East Coast Effect. Kind of dropped the ball a little bit on that one. Had a really good chance on that snake side, but dunked on him and then just got shot. Let's check out the replay. So Struggle bumps the bunker, telegraphs his move, gets triple stitched in the back for number 6. And then this was the nice shot inside though, because they didn't have another body. East Coast Effect did not have another body, and he gets caught down the sideline. So it was a blow for blow back and forth point. It could be a really good game.
Shot going out there before he eliminated the snake guy, and that's what drew the penalty. So good move, but bad decision. But continue to play after being eliminated. Struggle heading back out.
In the pits right now with East Coast Effect.
Rain's picking up back up, Matt.
Get it, Cam.
It is increasing, but it's still relatively light drizzle, and it's not going sideways like it was before.
I like watching the D2 games here because they play much different than the pros, right? Different styles, so you kind of see the progression and the difference. Running and shooting to the snake on the break, you don't see a lot of that in pros. First point out.
I don't think we've seen anyone run and shoot to the snake off the break.
It's coming.
So these teams switching sides. East Coast Effect here on your screen.
East Coast snake insert on the break. Drew one of the snakes will get 2 out of the break, and then Asylum is able to go snake on the break, and then secondary into the snake is East Coast Effects. So both teams will play on the snake.
Man, I love this, Rich. These teams are just recklessly attacking the snake side, and it's really fun to watch.
But that's the fun thing about divisional paintball is they haven't taken it so seriously yet that they start like kind of slowing it down and focusing on not making mistakes. They just focus on making big moves, smashing out their buddies, and having a good time. Good shot there. The Asylum player looking inside. East Coast Effects player taking a walk. 5 on 4. 5 on 3 advantage here for Asylum. Asylum's looking real. Struggle, sorry, this is looking real good here, Matt.
Yeah,
Point,
Struggle.
second point.
Yeah, nice. I mean, Struggle has definitely been playing offense, and East Coast Effect now just kind of getting beat. Fallon's still left alive in that spot, but yes, very aggressive here for Struggle. Let's get a look at how Struggle made it through here to get to this match. So Struggle started out with the win against the AG Knights, and then lost to Energy Elite Alpha. So went 1-1 on Friday, and then they beat New York Infectious by 3. Had a tie, so this is a this is a rematch. And the last time the East Coast Effect fought Struggle here at this tournament here at the Windy City Major was a tie 7-7.
Well, that's
high
good.
Scoring game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
well, and obviously two teams that know each other pretty well if they played a minimum of 14 points in a finals match.
Yeah, right. And then heading into the quarters, so Struggle makes it through. They played right into the quarters. They beat Leverage, top team in this division, so knocked them out of the tournament. And then they beat Energy Elite Alpha, redeeming themselves because they lost to Energy Elite Alpha before. So it's just been a pretty good run here into the finals for Struggle. Let's get a look here at East Coast Effect and how they got here. Beat Jits Crew by 3, beat the Farm by 2, beat East Coast Effect, lost to Leverage by 3, and then tied with Struggle, and then beat CWE Power by 1, so close game, and then they knocked out the KC Missouri All-Stars, who are a really good team in this division, and they beat them by 3. So that was the road that we saw East Coast Effect have to get here. 46 seconds before the start of this next one. We're in the pits right now.
Already up by 2 here. This is Struggle. And East Coast is getting into the snake. They're just not getting any production of that snake, and they're losing the first guy. Where kind of talking about the other team, Struggle's got the second guy that comes into the snake as well.
Do you think everyone on Struggle just like chain smokes Marlboros or what?
Obviously. I saw that jersey. I was like, those are really cool and terrible at the same time. Kids don't smoke. Yeah, I'm surprised there's not more beer can jerseys. Sponsored by Modelo.
It's a much better vice.
Let's see if teams do a different breakout this time.
Struggle up by 2 here as East Coast Effect needs to get something going. Got a lot of time to work with. Does appear that they're going to be losing their first attacker on that D side. That might be Fallon.
Yeah, I think Struggle's won every one of these breakouts, Matt, by either getting a body or 2 up. So 4 on 5 advantage here for Struggle. Both teams attacking at the center of the field.
East Coast Effect getting in good position there in the center. They're at the brick. Looking inside.
In.
Yeah, running referee coming in.
You don't want Big John running in there. Looks like he's okay. I'm glad the refs were not that big when I was playing.
Rich, it's not like you're small.
Yeah,
you're pretty big yourself.
Big John's a big adult. Yeah. I'm an adult. He's a big adult.
Yeah, you're a large. He's extra large.
Extra large. Yeah. Luckily, he's so nice.
You might even be an extra large, but he's.
Did I tell you this?
He's got you by like multiple inches and probably 40 pounds.
Will Hennessy beat him up?
Oh, I've heard that story before.
Yeah, that was amazing. You should ask Will about it.
So here we go as East Coast Effect is now moving up. Oh, a penalty assessed on Struggle. That's going to open up the door here. East Coast Effect getting a bit of a gift. Looking for more bodies to shoot. There is no one else to shoot.
4 bodies alive there, Matt.
Yeah, that penalty did it.
It's a good point there for East Coast. I'm guessing it's a Florida-based team with Brad coaching.
Yeah, and out of South Florida.
A lot of good paintball coming out of
Played
South
at
Florida,
PB and
Texas.
And I think I don't know how new the squad is, but they were playing with Palm Beach Reckless before. Rosie was playing with Art. Our Art Olshansky, he was playing on Reckless.
I know Art.
Okay, we're just.
It don't say
getting
our
along in the
art,
day.
it's my art that you sometimes borrow. Jesus. Actually, Art's, me and Art are beefing right now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. I was teasing him about Nick the other day, and he came up at me with a knife. It got kind of scary.
It's Russian, man.
He's got crazy eyes.
You gotta keep your eyes on him.
Yeah, he's crazy.
So right now, Struggle up by 1, and we are in true X ball. We're in the pits. Let's listen in real quick here, see what Struggle's talking about.
Played really, really well those first 2 points, but really struggled that last one.
Aaron, let's go. 1 minute. I'm ready.
Come on, Eric Smith. Eric Porter.
Right here. It's under my hand.
Both teams come back out to the field. Struggle playing from the blue side. East Coast playing from the red side. East Coast down by 1. Lots of time left in this match.
It's weird, Rich. Everyone on that team's name is John Wayne. Like, what are the chances? That's crazy.
Well, they're all cousins.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
Struggle.
John Wayne die of lung cancer?
They're out of Cincinnati, Ohio. So,
It's just like a super ironic jersey.
yeah, I don't know. I'm sure you could probably purchase these jerseys they're going to be on sale afterwards if Struggle wins for $400 each. John
I'd say
Wayne,
probably closer to
Barbro,
1,000,
Struggle
but yeah.
jerseys. Probably going to be getting served paper from Philip Morris or Trey Morris or whatever the parent company Barbro is very thin.
No, they're not. But if you do, talk to my friends at Mosley.
Bad start here for Struggle.
They get to the 50 on the D side, but it looks like he's been eliminated, Matt. So Struggle dropping their first attacker, Dorito side. East Coast does get to the snake corner, Matt. Giving them a slight advantage over here on the snake side.
Another body coming off for Struggle here from the snake side as they continue to attack on the D side, though, getting into that D4 or 5 spot, getting taken out of there. So,
Matt, is it fair to say that Struggle is beginning to
say it, go for it.
Here?
In this point, but
Oh, 2 points in
I
a
mean,
row.
they still have a lead. Well, for the meantime.
Oh, and there goes the flag on East. Saves them with the flag. Struggle's going to pull this point back.
They still have one. East Coast Effect still has one body left alive on that D side. Looks like it's a 1-on-2 situation here.
Yeah, Struggle's lined up though with the snake insert in the tower. Oh, 2-on-1 down to a 1-on-1, Matt.
Yeah, throwing away that body.
Interesting, the Struggle player fills the bunker that his player had just been eliminated from.
And then just running and gunning into that kill. So
That
big job here.
That player had a good second point as well, following up on snake side.
And he is pumped up right now. Going to put that 3rd point on the board. Up by 2 now. Still a lot of time left in this one.
East Coast is trying to get fired back up, trying to get back in this match.
Yeah, East Coast Effect had that one. Brad's over there probably smashed his pitboard and his forehead, being like, "Look, really? How are we gonna blow that one?"
We've been saying it all weekends. Penalties out here are killing teams and crushing dreams. Like, it just, in order to play through a penalty out here, you have to be so much better than the other team that you're playing against. And if you get more than 2 penalties a match or 3 penalties a match, you can pretty much guarantee the fact that you're not making it. Unless the other team's also getting penalties, right? But if you get 3 penalties and the other team's getting any penalties, you're probably losing that match.
Yeah, penalties have just been brutal out here this weekend as far as how they affect the results. So yeah, and this is center court. Want to play as clean as possible out here. These cameras on you, and these refs are just microscopic. So wouldn't be surprised if we continue to see some penalty flags fly, as both these teams are rolling dice. They're playing aggressive,
Which we love to see.
which we do love to see.
When I found out, I never know what the schedule is because like it's constantly different. As soon as I found out that divisional D2 was on and semi-pro was on, I was like, yes.
Yeah, these D2 players are playing way more aggressive than the pros are.
Thank you. I told
They're
you.
just running through cabs. It's been good so far through here for 4 points. Got 30 seconds before the start of this next one.
I still got some fight in him.
John Wayne coming out right now here, the starting 5.
John Wayne, John Wayne, John Wayne, John Wayne, and John Wayne.
He spits off fire.
He spits hot fire. Coaches are called. If you hear the coaches screaming from the sidelines, you hear them screaming codes. They're screaming the bunkers that they think the other team is going to go to on the break, so the shooters in the box can audible that call. Snake on the break for struggle goes all the way to Snake 2 and makes it in there live, Matt.
Yeah, it makes
East
it a
Coast
big.
is in there live as well.
Again, just both teams risking it here in the Snake and making it all the way into the 50 here, running and gunning, and just a little brutal breakdown here in the Snake for both of these squads. Both those guys taking the walk here.
Struggle dropping another body, Matt.
Whoever number 6 is here for East Coast Effect has been doing a really good job of getting into that Snake and taking that body out. But they're dropping another body here, and a couple more Struggle players dying out of their spots. Couldn't see if that was another penalty or not. But Struggle kind of on their last legs here in this point. East Coast Effect going to try to pull this one a little bit closer.
Yeah, Struggle had that point without these last couple bodies walking off. Not sure exactly what happened.
Looks like that was Mark Gata coming through
1 point game now.
to finish off that last body. Still had another teammate over there on the D side.
Sometimes you gotta.
And East Coast Effect has a deep roster. And then 12 on the team.
Probably have to be able to afford Brad.
Yeah, 12 bodies. Kevin Branson,
More tools the better.
Jorge Donna, Daniel Fallon, Ulysses Gonzalez, great names, Mark Gata, Brian Gutierrez, Rosie McCurley, Javier Merchan, Brandon Morris, Jason Ostro, Sergio Ramirez, and Kevin Riley is on the squad for East Coast Effect. And then
I love that Rosie's holding it down for the family.
yeah, it's coached by Brad McCurley. I mean, they have 5 on the pit crew here too, so I mean, this is a deep roster.
They're messing around.
A lot of
roll
guys,
deep.
A lot of guys
They roll deep. And the more support you can get for your squad, the better, man.
Yeah, I did get a chance to talk to Brad just briefly. He was in the middle of coaching. They're right in the middle of their semifinal match. How's it going? He's like, well, we're up by 2 right now. And then, well, I got to head back over. What do you got for me? He's like, well, the one name you need to remember right now is our D-side guy, Dan Fallon. He's been tearing it up. Okay, cool. So, we're in the pits right here with East Coast Effect. Let's listen in real quick.
I noticed they're not as talkative in the divisional pits as they're in the pro pits. You notice that? A little quieter.
Well, maybe they've already figured it out. You know, they got their line. 22 seconds to go. So this is number 6. As soon as he turns around, I'll see who this is, because for East Coast Effect, he's been getting into that Snake and bunkering out his opponent quite often. Nope, not going to get a turn.
Thank you for nothing.
We'll figure out your name at some point in time.
1 point game. A little bit more than 7 minutes left. Struggle taking a big bite to Rio side.
East Coast Effect.
Oh, dropping 2,
2
Matt.
bodies. Tough break here for East Coast Effect. This could increase the lead for Struggle.
Good fill from back center over to the snake can for East Coast Effect.
See if Struggle can close clean. They have been throwing away a couple bodies here or there.
Another one taking a walk from the Drio side for East Coast, Matt. Just down to 2 on 5 here.
Well, East Coast Effect able to get out wide here on your screen.
Yep.
Back bunker on the Snake side of the field.
Brad probably could see this point.
He's hoping for something big out of these last 2 players. I think Fallon's still out there. It's like, okay, if Fallon's alive, we got a chance. They're gonna lose that back corner bunker. It might be just, I'm not sure if that's Fallon, but I'm just going with it. Just Fallon left alive in that back Snake bunker, or D-side D1 bunker. And pretty quick point, you know, all right on the break there for Struggle. Struggle gonna be up by 2 now.
Yeah, they just blew the whole side of the field for East Coast off the field on the break. Got 2, and then I looked back from those 2 from Struggle. There's another guy walking off the Drio side, so almost 3 eliminations on the break.
Yeah, great off the break shots, just out right now for Struggle. Let's see if they're a little bit more talkative. Not as deep of a roster, but let's listen in real quick. Yeah, just calm. Everyone's just very calm here in this final match.
Oh, that's that John Wayne
You
guy
back in?
that everyone's talking about.
Oh, their coach? Is that their coach? Dude, his style is I must wear my backpack at all times. Like, we're in the middle of the game and there's tables around and I could set my backpack down, but you know what? Nope.
You know what that
Sponsors
shows
are
me?
sponsors,
You know
man.
what that shows me? A lack of trust. A lack of trust.
No.
I put my backpack
It
around
shows
you
me
guys.
that he really likes and understands that the sponsors are really hooking him up. You know, he's got that backpack back on. I mean, maybe that's it's like when they asked Chappelle, which one's better, Coke or Pepsi? He's like, well, you know, I mean, Coke's pretty delicious, but most recently Pepsi has been paying me, so I'm gonna get Pepsi.
But I'm in Pepsi right now.
So I'm just gonna keep this backpack on the entire time. So 2 points, 2-point little spread here. Struggle, doing what they need to do, and some scrappy points, but those off the break shots really got him a little bit of a cushion.
Struggle had to call a timeout. Couldn't get a gun on the field. Heads up coaching over there.
Looking at the roster here for Struggle, Joe Biondo, Hernan Buenfil, Aaron Carter, Adler Dodson, Chris Fuchs, Tyler Ladd, Scott Meyer, Mark Smith, and Jacob Ustein is the roster here for the Windy City Major. Struggle here in the finals, up by 2 over East Coast Effect. What do you think East Coast Effect needs to do? Other than the obvious here, survive the break. That's been a problem.
They need to win the snake side. Not just not lose it, but they need to actually win it. Struggle's willing to put 2 through it. East Coast is only willing to put 1 through it. If that 1 can beat their 2, they're going to win. But if it's 1 against 2, most of the time you're going to lose that battle unless your name's Matt Marshall.
All right, here we go. Jumping into this next point. Point number 7.
Struggle short-sided on the snake side this time. They do get an elimination Dorito side, so 4 on 5 for Struggle loses their body, so 4 on 4. Both teams losing their attacker Dorito side. Most teams are choosing to try to stretch out that Dorito side, so that is the vulnerable guy on the break. East Coast now moving up to the center of the field and out to the baby Dorito. 4 on 4. East Coast doing a little bit better job to spread the field here, Matt. Struggle up by 2 though, so might just be sitting back and locking things down.
It would be ideal for Struggle to get into some good spots, roll guns, talk it up, and stay alive. And when I say good spots, I do not mean the back bunkers. I mean a couple bunkers up the field, and that's where they are. I mean, they're at D1, they're at the towers, and at the insert bunker snake side. That's pretty solid as long as they win some gunfights from there, and they do. They win a gunfight here with East Coast Effect, knowing they need to push the issue, but unfortunately get shot out, and it's just not looking good here for East Coast Effect.
2 on 4, Matt. Brad again should probably go ahead and concede this point. Take some clock.
Yeah, they're
Try
going
to
to
win a breakout.
They need the time, right? I mean, they're going to be down by 3 here pretty quick, and with
All they catch is 1.
yeah, that's a bad death there for Struggle. You're up points.
4 on 2.
You're
now
up
it's 3 on
bodies.
2. Yeah.
No reason to make that move.
A little selfish. Oh, Struggle gets him though, so now it goes from a 4 on 2 to a 3 on 2 to a 3 on 1. Now Brad concedes it. Struggle trying to give that one away.
Struggle definitely looking like the better team here. Just more consistent with the off-the-break shots. That's been a big part of the story. Has forced East Coast Effect into some desperation moves.
Let's be honest.
A little bit better on the
jerseys.
offense.
You like their jerseys.
I mean, the jerseys are pretty cool. If I'm going to go with like my younger outlaw
Rebel
mindset.
Matt. Rebel Matt.
But you ever seen someone die of cancer? It's not pretty.
Those commercials, those cancer commercials from smoking are horrible.
It's not pretty. So, but you
But
know
I mean,
what though?
maybe you can just smoke 1.
Yeah,
Right?
bile every now and then. None of us get out of here alive anywhere, Rich.
Yeah.
Oh, I do like the throwback OG goggles, JT goggle straps that he has. I had a pair of those back in the day. I mean, those have got to be pretty old. But yeah, Struggle is just looking a little bit better right now. They got a 3-point lead. We're starting to run out of time. Just wondering what the answer is going to be from East Coast Effect.
Yeah, so they held back on the snake side because they lost 2 the point before. They stretched out on the D side. They still lost that. So really they've got to pocket up on the break, force their way up the middle.
Yeah.
So that way they've got 5 bodies alive and they've got some real estate when Struggle turns to try to shut the guns down the middle. They need to get back outside.
For sure, for sure. Accurate breakdown here. 33 seconds left to go. And, oh, timeout being called here. I'm guessing, well,
East Coast.
I didn't think East Coast. Oh, no, Struggle the other one because they had the gun. Yeah, this is a smart time to call it a timeout. So we're in the D2 final matchup right here. We got the semi-pro final matchup coming up, but the game that we are waiting for is going to be Edmonton Impact. And Edmonton Impact, they've been on a run here, taking down Houston Heat. They took out X Factor. They had the harder road to get here for sure. They won the last event, and they won the last event with a small roster. They didn't have all their guys there. They're taking on Legion, so Impact's going to be at full strength. And Legion, man, it has been a few years since they have graced that first place podium. It took them a while to get their starting roster back together, but they are all 5 here and looking real good. Scrappy performance. They did drop a game in the prelims to a young and hungry Hurricane squad. They won at 4 points. Hurricanes came back and beat them, but you know what? That was in the prelims. As Legion also fighting out of the wild card round. It has been a long time since we have seen a team fight out of the wild card round and win a tournament because you got to win 4. They took down Infamous. They defeated Diesel, and then they took down Dynasty. And they're going to be playing Impact in just a couple hours, so stick around for that one. Again, we will have to get through the semifinal, or the semi-pro match, which is going to be Blast Camp and Austin Notorious. So that could be a really good one, too.
Hopefully, yeah.
On the breakout right now, with about 5 minutes left to go. Very aggressive breakout for East Coast Effect. Get into the 50. Get
all the way, look at that.
Here.
He's wrecking fools.
Oh, man, bodies are dropping all over the place.
Oh, he's got that back center. Hey, that's a 4-pack, Matt, right?
For number 6?
Yep.
Yeah, I really wish I could read back of his jersey right now, so we could give this dude some credit, man.
How bad would it be if there was like a big cash reward for the
There is
for
a big
D2,
cat. There is definitely.
and he couldn't get it because you didn't know his name. How sad would that be? And then we had to split the money. How sad would that
I
be?
can't tell who that is. We really need to figure out who number 6 is.
Number 6, white goggles.
We'll figure it out eventually. If we could get a camera in the effect pits, please. Need to figure out who number 6 is. That would be great because he's definitely been. I mean, they're still down, but if he hasn't been doing the work. So I heard a lot about this Fallon guy, right? Over on the D side. So there's number 6. So if we could just figure out who that is. Because he's got 2 bunker moves in there. Okay, so it's Kevin Branson. So Kevin Branson has been a big part of this offense here for East Coast Effect. He's one of the reasons they have 3 points on the board. Just put up at least a 3-pack there. Real quick one. So see if he can continue to do. They still need 2 just to tie.
I think that's the fastest we've seen someone get into the other snake and get kills like that and crush them.
He's been pretty relentless.
Yeah.
In the first couple points, remember he bunkered out his opponent?
But that was like, kind of a little slow. This one, like basically on the break, he was in their snake 2. Most people are going to their snake 2, waiting a little bit at the 50, then crawling into their snake. He immediately took the real estate, and I like it.
1 move.
Struggle taking the field.
Well, can East Coast
Still up
Effect
by
do it
2.
2 more times, though, is the question.
Yeah, not easily done. And again, the only place East Coast really isn't attacking is at the center of the field. They've tried to go up the Doritos. They've successfully gone down the snake side, but not much penetration to the center of the field. Might be a good time to audible and gut the gut.
Or maybe Struggle answers with some aggression of their own.
Little counter punch, counter punch.
Or just a punch. Because Struggle, one of the reasons that they have 5 points on the board is that because even though East Coast Effect did have Branson and Snake trying to run them down, they had constant threats, keeping their 2s close to their 1s, and just being a little bit better at winning gunfights and just fewer mistakes. From the red side of the field here, Struggle, rolling guns, losing a body, both teams dropping one early. It's going to be 4-on-4. 4 minutes and 39 seconds left to go. Struggle able to spread the field out though, taking D1 and the back corner bunker snake side. Here comes the push from Fallon from East Coast Effect, getting to that 50. See if he can produce some kills from there. Set the 50 on the D side.
He got a kill from Cam, man.
And also Kevin Branson able to make it into the snake. East Coast Effect losing number 72 though, might be losing another body. Yep, he runs into a gun, so it's just Fallon and Branson to try to make something happen here with 4 minutes and 2 seconds left. Fallon gets on to Struggle's side of the field. Branson gonna try to utilize that. All the guns have shifted to Fallon. And then Branson going to get. I couldn't tell if Fallon or Branson was able to pinch out that back corner bunker, but that's the double dose of aggression here that's going to work out again for East Coast effect. And they're going to pull within one.
Good point. Based on their aggression, right?
Well, forced into a do or die moment where they have to push into guns. East Coast effect now 2 times in a row have been able to do it. So see if they can summon the spirit yet again to tie this game up with 2 quick ones. So we still have a decent amount of time left. Again, 2 minutes in between points. And also a big shout out to McKinley, Mosley and Associates. It's a law firm nationwide who specializes in representing people in businesses, in property claims against insurance companies. So they're doing good work out there. And there is the contact information. Big shout out to Pate, the big fans of the game. And all the money they're giving us goes directly to the players. It's $500 for the move of the prelims. That was Colt Roberts. And then $1,000 for the best move, best moment here by an individual player on Sunday.
Yeah, thank you so much for doing that. Very, very cool.
And it doesn't have to be a pro player. I mean, we gave it to John Chavez from Paintball Fit, semi-pro player. He won the prelims in the event in Sacramento. And then Mike Zupa took it home, took $1,000 home for a 1-on-4 deep into Sunday for Edmonton Impact as he won the MVP.
Yeah, he was playing really well.
So we're in the pits here with East Coast Effect again.
Struggle only 1 point lead here. Cannot sit back and rest on their laurels. Probably need to go back to offense if they want to keep that lead. Otherwise, East Coast is going to get back in this match. We're going to have a tie game. Do you remember how much time's left? Sorry.
3.5 maybe?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Local
Plenty of time.
Starting to rain a little bit again.
Yeah. It's kind of coming on and off. But at least it's not hammering.
Yeah, that's true.
We never got just a total downpour,
Yeah.
so I think we got as lucky as we could get.
Oh, it's coming, Rich. It's coming.
A big release from Struggle all the way to the cube on the drill side. Gets in there clean and alive, Matt. Loses their first snake attacker, though, so 4-on-5 advantage here for East Coast Effect, but they also lose a Dorito player, so now 4-on-4. Struggle all the way at the field, but looking the wrong way. East Coast comes, gets him clean. As East Coast Struggle loses another player.
This time it's number 65 or 58.
I think it's Struggle's down. There's 2 players left alive, Matt. Only 1 player left alive now for Struggle, Matt.
And East Coast Effect really riding lightning here.
Yeah, started off really rough in this match, but it looks like they're coming back and going to tie it up here.
Yeah, they still have a little work to do.
Plenty of time.
And that last player getting taken out. Man, I'm about to tie this one up with 3 minutes left. A little under 2:53. 3 real quick points. I mean, it was looking mostly struggle in the beginning of this one.
All struggle.
And here comes East Coast Effect. Interesting that the second they are forced to go gas pedal and attack, at 3 points in a row, it's worked out for them.
Yep.
So now the question is, well, I don't think it's much of a question. I think they have to stay on the attack.
Definitely. I mean, you definitely ride the horse that gets you there, right? If aggressive is working for you, don't stop until they stop you, and then just adjust your aggressiveness, but don't go defensive.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, the only team I've seen win points defensively really out there this whole weekend was Diesel. Heat, I wouldn't say play defensively because they took real estate,
Yeah.
but then just kind of played from those spots. But I think Diesel's the only team I really saw winning defensively.
Hurricanes. Also similar to Heat though, right? They would take some
real
ground.
estate, right? They get up in the tower, they get out the Dorito, they get out here.
But I feel that it did cost the Hurricanes a bit today because they just didn't have that survivability and the gunfight and consistent offense. Other than Ridgel, I mean, Ridgel was really trying it up the center, but they just didn't have a punch on the D side or
and they
the
didn't
D side of the snake side went shut down.
When there's 4 dudes in the back watching one guy run through the other side of the field, like those guys have to take the initiative to get out of those spots and get on the field while Ridgel's drawing all those guns.
Coach Bradley Curley out there trying to guide this ship and help his team.
I thought you said he was going out. I was like, that's what I would do. I'd put
Bradley Curley's had enough. He's grabbing somebody's side. He's going in his shorts and his boots and a rain jacket.
I'm on D-side, boys. Don't even worry about it.
Doesn't even have a face mask. Just has goggles.
I don't need a pack. Hopper will do me fine. I'm just going to run and shoot the whole way.
I'm so happy that he got to get a win in his very last tournament.
Very, very cool.
That's something that he deserved
For
all the
sure.
wars he's been in over the years.
One of my favorites. Struggle coming back out. Very, very close match here. 5-5. Match began all struggle. Since then, it's been East Coast Effect coming back. Largely based on the play of their snake player over here, number 6. Branson.
Though Fallon really helped him in that.
The last one for sure.
Yeah. Will struggle now going with some offense of their own.
Branson
Keeping
against
5 bodies alive.
Snake 2 almost on the break mat.
Yeah, but that's mirrored up by Struggle. Struggle's also right into Snake 2, and they keep 5 bodies alive.
Branson communicates to the guys behind him. The snake is hot. Struggle gets set 50 snake first. Struggle getting a second player moving over to the snake side.
Time ticking off the clock now, just 2:13 to go. Might see an overtime point. It's 5-on-5. Oh, but Struggle coming right around into a gun. He must have had some miscommunication. Looking back, thinking, man, I just didn't seem to have the right read on that. And very frustrated as he comes off, giving that a triple check. And here comes Struggle moving in the insert bunker. Here's Snake's going to dive into Snake 1.
Great fill in
Yeah,
there.
it's a good fill. Trying to win it here.
Branson's getting checked there in snake 2. Looks like it's okay. 3 players for Struggle. 4 players for East Coast Effect. East Coast spread across the 40-yard line here. Snake 2, both wings. Wings are split, shooting outside. Usually those guys are crossed up. East Coast Effect's going forward to the 50 snake. Looks like those guys are trading out there.
Yeah, he trades out with Branson.
Oh, another
Slight.
player though for East Coast Effects getting caught on the transition from the wing to the cube on the snake side.
That was Kevin Riley.
I believe we're to a 2-on-3 here, Matt.
Yeah,
2-on-3 with East Coast Effect having one more player.
And just 55 seconds left to go. Ooh, tense moments. It doesn't see he's in the center. Oh, and it cost him his body. I think that's Gata. So Mark Gata saved it right there for East Coast Effect. Might be able to win it. Still 40 seconds left. He got one. Still one body to work out here for Struggle. Two more bodies here on your screen. It's a 1-on-2 though, and then Gata runs into a gun, and that means Struggle could be still in the win here. And then I was going to say, Gata concede the point, so 20 seconds left. Might be Struggle taking the win here, Rich. So it was looking, at first it was mostly Struggle, and then East Coast Effect starts to play offense, and then they step up and tie it up. And then Struggle here at a very close point with barely any time left on the clock, puts one more point on the board. 6-5 is the score. And 20 seconds is just barely, that's just not enough time on this layout. That's a full send, staggered attack we're about to see here at East Coast Effect. We're in the pits right now. Let's listen to it with Struggle.
You want me in the gas?
No penalty, boys.
Let's get him in. What do you need?
Tommy,
What, Homer or not?
get to that Cobra. Hey, get on the cross. Hey, get on the wire. You're the deal on the cross. They're gonna put you in. No, you need no pods. You need no air. You only 20 seconds to take off. They're in the middle. Yeah, no, wrong.
Come on. Hey, they're gonna come.
Let's go, man. Hey, lock it down, guys. Let's go, number 3.
All right, let's jump into some replays here as tense moments. 20 seconds left. It's looking like Struggle. Maybe the D2 champs here at the Windy City Major. You seen at that beginning of that last point, just kind of throwing his body away for no reason right there. Maybe some bad communication. And then they're going to trade here as the battle going down this big. Though, mad respect. This is a tough snake side to play. Both these teams been going to war over here on the snake side.
For sure.
You can see this player on the inside just drop the ball, did not see Gata in there. And I thought for a second Gata might be able to pull it off.
I thought he knew he was going to wrap and shoot that guy who shot him.
But his teammate ran to his death. It left him in a pretty tough 1-on-2 with those two Struggle players right in front of him. And then both those guys stayed alive, and that gives them a 1-point lead here with 20 seconds left to go as we start most likely the last point. Full send though from East Coast Effect, no choice with 15 seconds on the clock. They lose 2 bodies though, Rich, and here comes the the counter attack on the staggered attack.
I like the counter attack. Oh, struggle's going down the other take too, Maddie.
Look for a major.
They're going for the point here.
Sometimes major penalties happen in these moments. Swing points. It's not going to happen. A struggle going to be our D2 champs.
Congratulations, Struggle. Good job, guys. That's a happy pit right there.
And what a story for them too, because it wasn't looking good for a while. They were throwing away point after point after point as East Coast Effect was just running right at them and having their way with them. But Struggle ended up hanging tough, winning a couple close ones here, and scraps it out for a 1-point victory.
Congratulations. Well deserved. It was definitely looking a little bleak for him there for a second.
So but also, again, second place, East Coast Effect, Brad McCurley and his boys and his wife also on that squad. And, second place, as we've taken those before, and it's tough, but they did make it this far. So congratulations to Struggle. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. More action coming at you here from the Windy City Major at Galen Park in Chicago. The Manny Marshall, Rich Telford semi-pro battle coming up. Notorious versus Blast Camp. We'll see you in just a few.